Hello guys, welcome back to the reading channel. We are reading Humphrey's Creepy Crawly Camping Adventure. Today is night 19 and I will be reading chapter 4, Out of the Shadows. If you didn't see the chapter 3, Boys and Noise, go check it out after this chapter 4, Out of the Shadows. If you have a copy, you can read with me. Now we're gonna read. 4. Out of the shadows, then it was quiet again. I knew there wasn't a real snake in the yard, but I didn't like being alone in the tent. What if the girls forgot about me? What if they never came back? Then I heard some walking through the grass while I was moving around the yard. I was about to dive under my bedding again when I heard Hetty's dad chuckle. So that's the problem, he said. I climbed up to my tippy off the cage and looked out through the tent flap. Master Hopper was holding the toy snake in his hand. Girls, he shouted, it's safe to come outside again. A minute later, Hetty and her friends appeared. They're a scared snake, Mr. Hopper told them. It's me. Proper. Those boys are awful, Miranda said. Hetty agreed. That was me. That would have been a good camping night without a good scare, he said. You'll be safe now. The girls returned to a tent and sat around the table again. I'm sorry we ran off without you, Hetty told me. We were so scared. Let's think of a way to get back at the boys, Hetty said. We could throw the snake back to Richie's garden. Well, that's a plan. What if you make your own snake and throw them back? We'll see about that. We could throw the snake back in Richie's garden, Miranda suggested. That doesn't fool them, yelled it. It has to be something really scary. The girls were quiet and as they tried to think of a plan. I'm trying to think of a plan too. But I didn't really like thinking about scary things. After a while, Hetty turned on the music again. Let's not let the boys ruin our fun, she said. Soon, the girls were dancing to the music and laughing. Then Hetty's mom came out to the tent. Time to get into your pajamas and brush your teeth, she said. Hetty grabbed the big lantern. The girls followed Mr. Hopper back to the house. After they left, it was quiet in the tent. It was lonely in the tent. Almost completely dark in the tent. Once in a while, I heard the boys laughing and whispering from Richie's yard. Girls, I heard say, let's take the... Then Aunt said something I couldn't understand. All the boys laughed. Richie said, that will scare them. It sounded if the boys were planning to scare the girls again. But since the girls weren't around, they'd only end up scaring me. As I sat there in the dark, I noticed that Gail's flashlight was still on the table. I thought about that. The lock that doesn't lock on my cage. Humans always think it's tightly locked, but I have a secret way to open it. I knew it would be dangerous to get out on my cage, especially in the backyard. But if I could just switch on Gail's flashlight, the tent would be bright and not so scary. I jiggled the lock and the door opened. I headed straight for the flashlight. It wasn't very far away. Getting to the flashlight was easy. Turning it on wasn't easy at all. There was a button on the side which I pushed and pulled. The light didn't come on, so I jiggled it and dropped it. Then I heard a little click. Suddenly the light shined on around the tent. I felt much better. As I walked back to my tent, I passed in front of a big circle of light. The light was bright, bright, bright. So I turned my head toward the side of the tent. To my surprise, I saw a very large, very sharp, and very, very, very scary thing. Eek, it squeaked. I raced toward my cage. The scary thing raced across the side of the tent. I turned and ran in the opposite direction. The scary thing turned and ran in the opposite direction. Stopped and sat still. Scary thing stopped and sat still. Thumpty thump thump. Thumpty thumpty thump. My heart was pounding until I realized that the scary thing was my very own shadow. Let's see. Yeah. So, it's just a bigger version of him. I can hardly believe my eyes. Who would think that a small hamster like me could look so large and scary? I heard the boys scuffling outside. She said, I knew they were planning something creepy and crawly, but maybe I could scare them first. I stood in front of my flashlight and got up to tippy toes. Then I lifted my paw in the air and opened and mouth one. I was happy to see that my shadow didn't look like a hamster at all. It looked like a huge and horrible monster. I looked at a huge and horrible monster. It was fun to look big for a change. I opened my mouth even wider. And Lord, of course, all that came out was squeak. It was quiet outside. Figured the boys hadn't seen my shadow yet. I needed to get their attention, so I looked around. Near me was a little box that made music. I turned it on and music blared. I reached my way up and pawed like the air like a scared monster. And I crossed my toes, and hoped for my plan would work. And that's the end of chapter 4. Next time we'll be reading chapter 5, The Trouble with Monsters. And that's the very last chapter of the Humphrey Creek Crawly Camping Adventure. I hope you had a great day, and don't forget to check out chapter 3, Boys and Noise. Hope you have a great day. Bye.